Good morning, travelers. This is going to be your Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising video for May 2024. This is a general reading, and so the messages will not resonate with everybody. I would suggest that you check back to your Moon and Rising sign. If you are inclined to do so, you can book a reading with me by going to the About box section of my channel. There you will see my reading packages, which consists of the number of minutes, the number of questions, the price, and the delivery method. All you have to do is email me at this address and say, Tara, I'd like to purchase a 1-hour reading. I will respond back to you with booking instructions and a payment link. Please, if you contact me, it might be better if you add my email address to your contacts first, because if not, my responses always go to spam. So if you contact me and you don't hear from me, check your spam folder. I usually respond back within 24 hours, maybe sooner. And my turnaround time to produce the readings is 24 to 72 hours. I don't like to make people wait. So I'm coming to you today with the Radiant White deck, the La Vera Sibila for clarification, should we need. And we're going to wrap the reading up with an angel answer card. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm on the last leg of this. I started them last week, but I got busy. I'm getting ready to start going back to physical therapy because the VA quit prescribing it for me. The doctor said, and you hear this a lot from many doctors and also from insurance companies, once you have reached a year of having a stroke, they say that you're not going to get any more improvement. But I don't buy that. And that's what the doctor at the VA told me. So I told my general physician at the VA that I didn't want to, that made me angry, what the physical therapist said, and that I think I deserve some new therapy. So they have agreed to send me to therapy again, but it won't be at the VA. It will be out in the community. I thought that it was a really shitty thing that he said to me, but whatever. So let's get into cards, and I will shuffle them again and rifle them one more time, and then we will cut the cards and lay them. This will be a 9-card spread, and we will see what the energy holds for the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising people for May 2024. Well, that didn't go well. So, let's cut the cards. 9 cards down. Here we go. The Fool. The 4 of Wands. The Hermit. Next row, the Magician. The Hermit, the Hierophant. The Ace of Swords. the Four of Cups, the Four of Swords, and finally, the Page of Cups. What is the energy over the entire reading? The Knight of Cups. That's kind of a weird spread. What do I have? I have 1 wand, 2 swords, 2 cups, and 4 major arcana. The major arcana cards relate to your spiritual lessons or karmic lessons. Wands relate to, in my opinion, the way I read cards, wands relate to your focus, your passion, your desire, your determination. Swords represent thoughts, perceptions, beliefs, communication, ideas. And cups represent simply the emotional quotient, what you're feeling. Right in the center, wait a minute, I have 3 4s. I also have 3 4s in the spread. So right in the center, I have the Hierophant. It's a number 5. And 5s are a number of changes, ups and downs, back and forth, a tense kind of energy, but it relates to a changing energy. The Hierophant stands for negotiations, higher education, values and value systems, because it's ruled by Venus. It also stands for marriages or contracts, because what is a marriage but if not a contract? And he sits in the middle of the spread. So I'm not sure, he's not talking to me right now. I don't know what he's trying to tell me in the middle of the spread. Okay? But we'll start with the Fool. The number is 0, which means that anything's possible. The Fool stands for taking a trip, going on an adventure, learning new things in a karmic sense. But it also is a warning not to be foolish. You see, he's walking with his head in this air. He's not looking where he's going, and you can easily step off the cliff. There's a meaning for the Fool at the very beginning of the spread. I'm meant to tell you the cards are read past, present, future. Past, present, future, and the interplay of the cards. It's followed by the Four of Wands, which in one sense is what I call the shacking up card. It's about some kind of relationship that will move to a deeper significance than you first thought, but also talks about celebration. So if you're doing anything, particularly in the work that you like, this could be about you having a promotion party. Yes? So it's about celebrating yourself and the things that you do. The Hermit. Wait a minute, backing up. A 4 represents a stable foundation. So the Hermit is a 9, and 9s are moments of pause and reflect. It's a focus on completion of events. And if you look at the card, he is standing stock still. He's contemplating, he's meditating. He also has the star in the lamp. So he's showing the way through the darkness, but he can also see himself in the darkness. The Hermit is not just a scholar, he's also a teacher. So say for instance, someone comes to you because you have some knowledge or wisdom that they want. You can impart to them what you have learned about whatever they ask you about. So that's why he's a scholar and a teacher. The card stands for contemplation, meditation. It is isolation. And he's saying something else to me. I don't know right now. Maybe it'll come later as I go through the spread. The next card on the present row, I have the Magician. This Magician is a 1. All aces are related to the Magician, and 10s, like it's 10 of coins, the 10 of wands, all relate to the Magician. Now, the Magician talks about as above, so below. That's about how you think, what you think can create an environment, can create things that happen to you. It's about directing your will, meaning, have you ever seen a really good magician that performs an illusion flawlessly? Well, you didn't see behind the scenes what he was doing, how long and hard he worked to perfect it. So that is directing your will. He has all the tools on the table that he needs to create the conditions he wants for himself. There's a sword, a cup, a pentacle, and a wand. Sometimes the Magician card can be about utilizing new skills. You're going to be putting new skills to work or learning new skills. They're starting to speak to me now. Let me move on quickly to the Ace of Swords so I can tell you about it. The most powerful ace in the deck, but it's double-edged. Usually when it shows up, it says that something is going to change. You can bet on it. It's inevitable. It will change. This is, to me, saying that it is some kind of proposal. Now, they're all speaking to me. Proposal. Because one of the old traditional meanings is a marriage because of the ring. But it can be the excessive degree of everything. Worry, fear, anxiety, thinking the worst. But you have the ability to control your thoughts. And so that's why I think this card is very important here. You need to learn to control your thoughts. That way you can make the right decision for yourself, because something in your life is changing. The Four of Cups. Something in your life, like you feel that you have, everything is okay. It's a 4. Stable. And an offer comes to you. And you're not that excited about it. It can also represent stagnation. Things not moving. But that's because you are not moving and you're not accepting what's being offered to you. You don't know how to feel about it. You're not excited. And the card counsels to don't turn down a potential cup of happiness. The Four of Swords. Again, a stable foundation. But I like to call this card the ghosting card. This is where you have been in communication with someone, and maybe it was too much noise, or you have to stop and think about what's going on. So you disappear off the scene. Why? That's an effigy. It's not even a real person. And there are 3 swords on the wall. So that tells me that there might have been some conflict or mixed messages or arguments. So you removed yourself from the scene. But there is a 4th sword there, in which when you come back to life, so to speak, you can get up and think clearly and communicate what you need to communicate. So the card has a connotation of rest, resting, mental rest, mental health, physical resting, recharging your body and your mind and your spirit. It ends with the Page of Cups. All pages to me simply represent messages. This is a tentative message because it's not a night. So what this tells me is the situation will be moving along at some point if you've been waiting. And whatever the message is, I think either you're not ready for it or it surprises you. But have the fish in the cup. That's a surprise. Who expects a fish in the cup? Matter of fact, it's the same cup that's being offered to you. So I think what is happening, it's a surprise offer coming to you. But are you going to accept it? The Hierophant talks about getting a job in some place that has a bureaucracy. It can be a company or it can be higher education like colleges. It also says you will fit right in because you accept the norms, and so you'll fit right in and be well liked. This is about somebody at the top who is disseminating down what he wants done in real life, taking direction from the top and passing it down. I think the kids are telling me that the position or has been locked, like you haven't been able to either get in or you felt locked out, because keys contain things. They can lock them up or they can open them. I think that's what this is. I'm going to look at these cards as they relate to these 4 major arcana. I think this is about either a job position. That's what I think. The first thing I want to read to you, I'll do that later. I'll come back to it. 4 of Wands. Next to the Magician, tells of exciting originality, new ideas, projects, and goals. Next to the Hermit, tells of a very independent and creative individual who possesses the ability of self-expression. It denotes a decidedly individual person with a strong ability of self-expression and depicts one who is very creative when alone. That makes good. I think that it's really about work. Let me see if the Ace of Swords tells me anything besides something is going to change. Listen, the Ace of Swords, you can be sure something is about to change which will have far-reaching consequences. The Ace is one of great power and force, the Ace of Swords. You may find yourself in a position of having to take action or make a decision under stressful circumstances. It is important that you keep your emotions balanced in order to make the correct decision. That's what I'm saying. You got to control your how you think of how you feel affects the way you think. Next to the Hierophant, it implies that you have tried to change your circumstances in life to no avail. That's why it's locked. That's where the lock feeling is coming from. It is telling you not to scatter your energies or divide your attention, but rather to consolidate your ideas and plans and work fervently towards them. That's what I was saying in a roundabout way. Let's move to the Four of Cups. With the Hermit, there is a general inner peace and personal satisfaction and fulfillment coming into your life. It brings a message that solitude will bring about spiritual enlightenment and that peace and satisfaction will surround and encompass you. You're not excited about whatever you're being offered. It's 3 4s, 1, 2, 3, implies that you are being overly cautious about everything. So you should rest your mind and your body so that you can accept what's coming to you and get out of the situation feeling like you are stuck in a rut. 4 of Swords. This is a great reading. I'm glad I could bring it to you. 4 of Swords. Next to any ace. So pay attention, because together this makes a 5 of Swords. Yeah? And that means conflict. So it indicates that long-term plans and goals need to be reassessed and reevaluated before proceeding. The 4 of Swords next to the ace may be telling you that although you may not be involved in any long-term plans or considerations, when they do arise, make efforts to check and recheck all aspects before proceeding, as some reevaluations and amendments are needed. I'm telling you, something is going to change in your life. It may be a work situation. Underneath the Knight of is the Ace of Wands. And I get the feeling you're going to be signing a contract. I don't know if it's with a company or teaching or whatever it does, but you will be valued for your new skills and the skills that you bring to the table. You be valued for that. Now, I want to read the thing about the ace. The Fool at the beginning of the reading. Indicates that haste must be made now, as it's time to make life changes. Look inward. Meditation. For your answers, and then move forward with discretion and confidence. This is a situation where you will have to think very carefully before making a final decision. but I think you can do it. I think you can. One word of caution. This Knight, yes, he comes to move things along, but he's hesitant. So maybe you have to reach out to whomever it is you're communicating with. And put on the charm. Because the magician is a charming person. Can be. So I don't have to pull any Sibila cards on this spread. What I would like for you to do is formulate a question for the angel answer cards. See, I think you thought it was a new beginning for you, that something was going to change. But you have to think about it. And so you thought about it. For some of you, this is now. For some of you, it was in the past. For some of you, it's going to play out all the way through May. But I think that the card that is key is a magician. Direct your will to what you want to happen. Reconsider your plans. Look at any reevaluations or amendments to your plan and then do it. Question, it says compromise. Maybe that's what you have to do. Maybe they're not paying you enough for what they're asking you to do. So get in there and negotiate and perhaps compromise. Let me read the card to you. In order to create a happy outcome for this situation, you will find it necessary to compromise. Allow yourself some time to become clear about what is truly important to you. Also, take note of matters where you would be open to changing your position. Work toward an agreement where everyone wins. Hold on. Luke, be quiet. Be open to cooperation that would allow you to get what you need while assisting others and fulfilling their desires. Be objective about finding a balance between respecting everyone else's viewpoints while still being true to your own. That's what I have for you. I think that's great advice. I'm excited for you. I'd like to hear from some Sagittarius people if you're going through this right now. I just want to know how it goes. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much, and until next time, bye.